moved up a class this year. The Canadian driving from Thunder Bay each week about 4 hours and usually puts on a good show. Next to him, the 95, Rick Rivard from Superior.
In the second row, the 90 car of Destin Lorimore out of Superior, Wisconsin, alongside the 1L of Donnie Lofdahl from Duluth, Minnesota.
And in the third row, the 67 of Jeff Tardy from Hibbing. Next to him, the 16 of Corey Jorgensen from Hermantown.
In the fourth row, the 110 of Nikki Rezidlo from Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah, Cody Wilkowski moving up this season. He's had a bit of growing pains trying to find his groove here after a really successful Midwest mod season last year.
Yeah, took home the track title in that a year ago. And I mean, making the jump up like that, what are some of the adjustments he's looking at making?
Well, it's a lot faster car, and it's going to drive quite a bit different than the Midwest mod. Also, the level of competition increases as you move up as well.
We'll see if that pole spot, at least starting there, will help give him an edge and try to stay there. And he loses it, though, right out of the gates there.
Rick Rivard.
Yep, Rick Rivard. Rick Rivard.
Rivard.
Rick, we'll just call him Rick, the 95 there.
I'll check with the booth.
Out of Superior. Way in front of Cody Walkowski, who's holding on to that second spot, followed by Donnie Lofdahl in the one car there.
I think Cody would be happy to finish second in this preliminary heat. He hasn't had a great go of it so far this year.
Certainly then put him in a good position to finish strong in tonight's feature race. As we look on now with 6 laps to go here, the third and final heat of the modified. All this before the pure stocks get underway here. Just 3 more prelims after this before the big shows and the features.
They're bunched up through 3 and 4 behind the 224 of Cody Coolhan-Wachowski. The 95 car of Rick Rivard way out in front, about 5 car lengths, as he is already on the backstretch as the rest of the field enters turn number 2, led by the number 1 car of Donnie Lofdahl.
Yeah, Cody dropping back in the field, Wachowski dropping back, Lofdahl moving up, and Rick Rivard just staying where he's been the whole time, out in front of the rest of the crowd here. In the third spot, though, good battle there for the 90 car of Destin Lorimore from Superior. Those guys really bunched up still in the second, third, and fourth positions.
Donnie Lofdahl and Destin Lorimore kind of going at it for that spot, and they go around.
It was only a matter of time, Chad. They were pretty well bunched up, halfway through that prelim.
Watching it as it happened, Destin Lorimore around in turn number 4. Looks like he got caught up with, well, let's see as they drive on by here. The 110 of Nikki Rezidlo. Let's check out the replay as they go through 3 and 4. There's Lofdahl and Lorimore. Lofdahl kind of comes down on Lorimore. Doesn't seem like they had to woe it up too much. Oh, it does look like there was some contact there, though, between the 67 of Jeff Tardy getting hooked into the 90 car of Destin Lorimore, and they go for a spin. Good driving. Oh, Cody trying to avoid hitting that pile up there. Kind of takes out a couple other drivers. You see the damage on the 90 of Scott Lorimore.
Destin
Lorimore. I'm just making up names tonight. Making up names, making up numbers. We're at the halfway point in heat number 3 here of modified action. On a beautiful Friday evening at Amsoil Motor Speedway, we want to encourage all of you to make sure you get out to the track. Check this out in person. It's quite a different sight than sitting at home on your couch.
Next week, a good chance to do that with the Amsoil National USAC Sprint Car Series set to take over here at Amsoil Motor Speedway. The first time ever that it's going to happen here in Superior, Wisconsin. Of course, that'll be a full program of WISSOTA Midwest Modifieds and Pure Stocks. That should go, Chad, they're going to go fast. I mean, 100 miles an hour would sound about right for those guys.
Easily 100 miles an hour, especially coming down the straightaways. Those things fly, and they are entertaining.
That's a year-long tour, exciting to have in Superior next Friday. We won't be broadcasting, but certainly you can be here as we take another look at the replay here.
Donnie Lofdahl comes down with Lorimore as they slide through the corner, and contact is made there with the 67 of Jeff Tardy. They just get hooked up, almost collect Cody, who trying to avoid the wreck, takes out the 16 of Corey Jorgensen and also the 110 of Nicky Residlo. Not much you could do there. There wasn't much racing room, and I think Cody might have made the better choice not T-boning that wreck down in turn number 4.
Yeah, a couple of trucks out there still. It's just trying to dig out the mess and figure out what's going on, how they're going to get that car out of there. It looks like Tardy might just join the pack and keep on racing. That's the trend for the night.
Yeah, we've got 4 laps to go. We're only halfway through this third heat. Everybody wants in the big show.
Knocked down, but not out. These guys battling back tough tonight, despite the caution flags. They'll just continue on racing and try to get into the features, as Chad said.
Tardy's got a fast car and 4 laps to prove his point. Let's see what happens. Donnie Lofdahl happy to have that gap between him and Rick Rivard cinched up to get a shot at the number 1 spot. So is the 90 of Destin Lorimore. This should be an exciting finish.
4 laps remaining to crown the winner of heat number 3 here, the modifieds, before tonight's feature action as we get going once again here out in front. Rick Rivard, 95 car, but not for long.
Destin Lorimore getting a lot of speed off that high line. Looks like he's going to beat Rivard down to the turn number 3. Let's see if he can hold on and stretch that out as they go through 4 and hit the front straightaway.
And there goes Lorimore out in front of Rivard. That'll be a good battle the rest of the way through here. And Donnie Lofdahl on the 3rd spot now with just 3 laps remaining.
Jeff Tardy right behind Donnie Lofdahl, coming from the back of the pack. He's got a fast car, but I don't know if he'll have enough to catch your leaders.
Not as fast as Lorimore out in front, followed by Rick Rivard in the 2nd spot. And then Donnie Lofdahl. Just 2 laps remaining here. Heat number 3, the 3rd and final heat of the modifieds here at Amsoil Speedway. Thank you so much for joining us. A great night of racing here in Superior, Wisconsin, as these guys take the white flag ahead of the checkered flag. Ken Destin Lorimore just stretching his lead out on with Rick Rivard. Those guys way ahead of the rest of the pack.
Destin really capitalizing on that restart because nobody could touch Rick in that 95 up until those cautions.
Helped out Destin Lorimore. He took advantage, and he will take the checkered flag as he goes round. Followed in the 2nd spot there with the number 95, Rick Rivard in the 3rd spot. They will give that to the 67 of Jeff Tardy. 1, 2, 3. That wraps up the modified racing action here. Of course, we'll have the features on and later tonight as well as time permits.
Not too bad. Jeff Tardy passing up 4 cars in 4 laps. He's got a quick machine. I'll be looking forward to see how he runs in the feature.
As we wait for these guys to take the pits in the Pure Stocks next, we'll take a quick break. We'll have more racing action coming up next.